What up, nerds? My name is Leslie Smith. Welcome or welcome back to the Nerdy Narrative. This channel is one that I use to share with all of you guys what I am reading in case I come across something that you might want to try out for yourself. Today, I have a daunting task before me. I recently mentioned on my Discord and in a video about my Physical Unread TBR, and I was like, alright guys, if you're interested in me showing this to you, let me know in the comments. And I really expected my usual suspects, my close group of buddies, to say something and that be it. But there was a bit more of a response, so I was like, alright, well, I'm in the midst of yet another bookcase renovation or reorganization or remodel, whatever you want to call it. And I actually have all of my physical unread books separated out right now. So I'm going to show them all to you. I am going to be really quick about it. I'm not going to mention anything about what the book is about or anything, or we will be here all day long. There are so many books, but all of my unread books are in this room. I do have two downstairs that I'm in the middle of reading, but by the time this goes up, they will be done. But other than those two, I have all of my books in this room in a stack of some sort. More books arrive every day. It's okay. I am not stressing over that I haven't read these books yet. They will be read. Because while I am a bookworm and while I am an avid reader, I am also a book collector. Sure, reading these books over and over provide me with hours of entertainment. In addition to that, just being in this room around these books brings me comfort. Just looking at the beauty of some of these covers brings me joy. I treasure these books. A lot of these books are gifts from my friends and subscribers. They mean something. These books literally are my most valuable possessions. They are important. They mean a lot. And so when people are like, why are you steadily buying books when you have hundreds of books? Because that's what I collect. With some people, it's Funko Pops. With others, it's coffee cups. With me, it's books and coffee cups and pops. Recently, I put out on my socials and on my community tab a little contest that by the time this video goes up on the channel, whoever has commented in any one of those places the correct number of books in my Physical Unread TBR, I am going to buy you a book of your choosing off of your wish list. Whichever one it is, whether it be Book Depository, Amazon, it is international. You just have to use a list that I can get access to send a book to you wherever you live. To be honest with you, right now, I don't even know what that exact number is. I know it's over 200. The last time I checked, it was over 200. When I get done filming everything that's unread in this room today, I will have that number updated in my app that I use. I use the little Book Buddy app to keep track of every book that I have in my library, what version, because I do have multiple copies of some books, and I keep that in the app and I can mark whether I read it or not, so I can look at the app and see real easily how many I have. But some of those are not in that app yet because books come every day. So without further ado, let's get going and then we can find a winner. First, we will start with my book cards. I have an indie published Arc Dark Hilarity by Joseph Sale, A Brightness Long Ago by Guy Gavriel Kay, Crazy in Alabama by Mark Childress, The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. Ooh, that cover's so pretty. Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, A Longer Fall by Charlaine Harris, Six of Crows, Leigh Bardugo, Dark Age by Pierce Brown, Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, A Desolation Called Peace by Arcady Martine, Cricket Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. If you haven't seen a theme here yet, you're gonna see a lot of Leigh Bardugo. The Hot King, Josiah Bancroft, Nosferatu, Joe Hill, Ring Shout, P. DeJelly Cart, Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. Remember when I said some covers that were just so beautiful, I just like to look at them because they brought me joy? It's a good example. The Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley. I think is how you say her name. Oh look, another Leigh Bardugo, King of Scarves. Jade City by Fonda Lee. Mapping the Interior by Stephen Graham Jones. Leigh Bardugo. Rule of Wolves. Jade War by Fonda Lee. The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. Moses, Man of the Mountain, Zora Neale Hurston. I don't know how to say his name. Adrian Tchaikovsky, Cage of Souls. I can't say it like Alan does, but I want to. I hear it in my head every time. Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I think that's how you say her name. American Gods by Neil Gaiman. The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chofsky. I'm not sure how to say her last name. I am so sorry. Also by her, The Silvered Serpents. Sing, Unburied Sing by Jessamine Ward. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. The Complete Stories by Zora Neale Hurston. Seraph on the Swanee by Zora Neale Hurston. Check Please by an author with a name I can't even. Ngozi Ugazu. Persephone by Mary Jane Satrapi. Chew by John Layman and Dan Boltwood. Cheshire Crossing, Brandon Sanderson's Dark One. Stephen King's The Dark Tower graphic novel. Welcome to the Jungle by Jim Butcher graphic novel. And Dave Gibbons' The Watchmen graphic novel. The Gandalara Cycle 1, 2, and 3 by Randall Garrett and Vicky Ann Hedren. Hounded by Kevin Hearn. Faded by Benedict Jacka. Dark Fever by Karen Marie Monning. Hidden Empire by Kevin J. Anderson. Guild by Raven Kennedy. The Bone Ships by R.J. Barker. I have Combat Codes, Grievar's Blood, and Blacklight Born by Alexander Darwin. I don't know where the second book is. I think it is downstairs. The Girl in the Tower by Catherine Arden. The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch. By Luke Arnold, I have Dead Man in a Ditch and The Last Smile in Sunder City. Enchantress by James Maxwell. Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. From Blood and Ash by Jennifer Armentrout. Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. Trader's Blade by Sebastian de Castell. Blackwing by Ed McDonald. Priest of Bones by Peter McLean. And by Brandon Sanderson, I have Mistborn, The Wheel of Ascension, and The Hero of Ages. By Elliot Brooks, I have Peace and Turmoil. Never Die by Rob J. Hayes. The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, followed by The Kingdom of Copper. The Forgetting Moon by Brian Lee Durfee. The absolute gorgeous 10th anniversary edition of The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. Jen Lyons' The Ruin of Kings. The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. Joe Abercrombie's A Little Hatred, followed by The Trouble with Peace. Kel Cade's Fate of the Fallen. Leaping Wolf by J.P. Harker. Magician Master and Silverthorn by Raymond E. Feist. Robert Jackson Bennett, City of Miracles, followed by The City of Blades. A Time of Blood by John Gwynne, and also A Time of Courage. Weighing in with Robin Hobb, I have Assassin's Quest, Royal Assassin, The Mad Ship, and Ship of Destiny. Brian McClellan, The Crimson Campaign, as well as The Autumn Republic. Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. I still haven't read this. The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. And hopefully one day soon I will be returning to Malazan with Dead House Gates by Stephen Erickson, as well as House of Chains and Midnight Tides. By Terry Goodkind, I have Debt of Bones and The Omen Machine. By Brian D. Anderson, I have The Bard's Blade. The Flight of the Dark Star Dragon by Benedict Patrick. Madeline Miller's The Song of Achilles. Beast of Extraordinary Circumstance by Ruth Emmy Lang. Spider-Man: The Darkest Hours by Jim Butcher. Master of Poisons by Andrea Hairston. Fire by Iowan Colfer. I have no idea if I said that first name right. The Starless Sea by Aaron Morgenstern. The Binding by Bridget Collins. Sharp Ends by Joe Abercrombie. Paranisi by Susanna Clark. The Coward by Stephen Aryan. T.J. Clune's The House of the Cerulean Sea. I think this will be a good January read coming off the holidays. John Gwynn's The Shadow of the Gods. Still have Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. Oh look, another Leigh Bardugo. Ninth House. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Nick Martell's The Kingdom of Liars. Genevieve Gornichek's The Witch's Heart. The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Haro. A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. City of Villains by Estelle Allare. Roseanne Brown's A Song of Wraiths and Ruin. Fable by Adrienne Young. Stephen Lawhead's Tuck. Jen Calanita's Conceal, Don't Feel. Mark Oshiro, Each of Us a Desert. Gloria Chow, American Panda. Vicious by V.E. Schwab. The Diviners by Libba Bray. More Sarah J. Maas with A Throne of Glass. And Kingdom of Ash, Over the Woodward Wall by A. Deborah Baker. City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, as well as City of Heavenly Fire. Tracy Dion's Legendborn. Neil Schusterman's Scythe, Thunderhead, and The Toll. I have D. Henderson's Taken. Ted Decker, Showdown. Bill Myers' Blood of Heaven. Also by D. Henderson, The Witness. Francine Rivers, Sons of Encouragement. Steve Saint, End of the Spear. Ted Decker, Sinner. Frank Peretti, The Oath. Also by Frank Peretti, Monster, as well as The Visitation. Alicia Ray, First Comes Light. Olivia Dade, spoiler alert. Kristen Hanna, Between Sisters. Also by Kristen Hanna, The Great Alone. Jude Devereaux, High Tide. Perihelion Summer by Greg Egan. The Past is Red by Catherine M. Valenti. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. The Atlantis Plague by A.G. Riddle. Deal with the Devil, Kat Rocha. Nikki Drayden, Escaping Exodus. David Kopp, Cold Storage. Essa Hansen, No Fake Gloss. James Corey, Sabola Byrne. To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. Heir to the Empire, Timothy Zahn. Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. Final Girls by Rayleigh Sager. Rayleigh? How about Riley? All the Little Liars by Charlene Harris. The Rainmaker by John Grisham. Darkest Hours Expanded Edition, Mike Thorne. Josh Mallerman's The Bird Box. Night of the Mannequins by Stephen Graham Jones. Holly Ray Garcia's Come Join the Murder. Longrieve by Daniel Barnett. Bay's Inn by Edward Lorne. The Death of Mrs. Westway by Ruth Ware. The Eight and the Fire by Catherine Neville. A man's name I will never be able to say in a million years. Tom Schweisterlike? The Gone World. Dead Lies Dreaming by Charles Stross. The Last Final Girl by Stephen Graham Jones. T. Kingfishers, The Twisted Ones. I freaking love this cover. I don't know if y'all can see that on camera, but that cover is so cool. Stephen Graham Jones, The Ones That Got Away. Anthony Horowitz, 12 Moonflower Murders. Louisa Morgan's The Age of Witches. Lisa Gardner's When You See Me. An Unconventional Family by Roberta Bombanato. An Unbreakable Family, Roberta Bombanato. M.H. Borosin, The Girl with the Ghost Eyes. Richard Bachman, The Regulators. The Sundown Motel, Simone St. James. Clay McLeod Chapman, The Remaking. Emma Donahue's The Room. Stephen King, The Cell. Westlake Soul, Rio Ewers. Providence, Caroline Kepnes. Stephen King's Pet Cemetery. I was hoping I was going to finish before the landscapers got up to me. Dagnabbit. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. Ruth Ware's The Turn of the Key. Alex North, The Whisper Man. And that, my dear friends, are all of the books in this house that I have not read, except for my August TBR, which you can see if you want to watch that video, and the one book-shaped box I haven't opened yet. And I know that I have one that's supposed to be delivered later that I ordered. But guys, that is all of my unread TBR. Let's see, as of right now, as far as what is in this house, books I have not read, physical format only, that number comes to 228. That's okay. I'm building my library. I'm gonna live the dream that one day my walls will just be covered floor to ceiling in books. Doesn't that sound lovely? I think so. Guys, if you hung around this long, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this quick run through of all the books that I haven't read. If you guys are interested, I'll do a bookshelf tour so you can see all the books that I have read and then books that I have been collecting special editions of that I've read that haven't been mentioned on the channel, because I've been reading long before I started the channel. So if that's something you're interested in, Let me know down below. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you haven't subscribed and you enjoyed yourself today, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Stick around, join the Nerdy Narrative family. We also have a Discord, link is in the description down below. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.